So what does $300,000 buy you in Spanish Fort? Wait, can you get anything in Spanish Fort for $300,000? Actually, you can. I did some checking today, and actually there are 19 properties in Spanish Fort between $250,000 and $300,000. So that's what I did. I jumped on the MLS today, and I put in Spanish Fort, all properties, all types of properties, and I put between $250,000 and $300,000. So you're going to have a few in there that are just over 300, but that was my parameter. And today there was 19 of them. So most of these are falling in between 250, 260, 270-ish. But I wanted to give you an idea. I have a client right now that was looking around that price point in Spanish Fort, so I thought it'd be a great idea for a video. And so here we go. Let's see what's available in Spanish Fort for just under $300,000. So the 19 homes that are for sale, it really kind of boiled down to about 4 neighborhoods, all right? And there's a couple in there that are scattered. There's one that's 2 or 3 that were in non-neighborhood areas, but there were 4 main neighborhoods that stood out, and so that's what I'm going to get into today. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Churchill Downs, all right? Now, Churchill Downs is a very interesting neighborhood. This is, all the homes there are duplex style, and the homes in there were first built in 2008, and then it just kind of was sporadic, a few in 2009 and then 2015, and so anyway, but they're not very old at all, not too old. But they range, all of these homes now in this price point are going to be modest in size, so that's going to come with the price tag. So, but Churchill Downs, you're going to find 3 bedrooms with 2 full baths, and they're going to be between 1,186 square feet to 1,380 square feet. Now these are, there's an HOA fee. Well, there's going to be an HOA fee in all these, but with Churchill Downs, lawn care is included in that HOA fee. So that's pretty neat. So almost next door to Churchill Downs is a brand new neighborhood called Independence. Independence is kind of unique, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the neighborhood itself just started in 2024. That's when homes were first built. And believe it or not, now this is March. Today's March 7th, 2025. So as of right now, there were 77 closings already in the last year since these homes have been built. 77 people have bought these homes, so there's plenty of people living in there right now, but this is going to be a large neighborhood. Now what makes it unique is that it's not only single family homes, but they also have these really cool designed townhome style properties with garages. So I really like that aspect. Now the whole property, the whole community is pretty large. It sits right next to Stonebridge. There's trees behind it. Anyway, it's a very large community, and there's a lot of lots left. So I'm not sure. I'm guessing, if I had to take a wild guess, I'm going to say there's going to be at least 300 to 400 properties in this neighborhood between single-family homes and townhomes. Now, what I did some searching, and what's happening right now, you can find homes in here between 1,281 square feet and 1,504 square feet. So that's what's happening. Unless something changes, this is new construction, so they could add some floor plans. We don't know. Now, another good thing about this community, there are 2 pools, 2 real nice pools, by the way. And so I really like this. I like the aspect that you have this large community. You got some rolling elevations in there, and it was just really nice. Now, I want to talk about where these 2 neighborhoods are, because they're almost right next to each other. They're located on County Road 31, and it's more on the east side of 31, so right where it hits 59. So it's closer to 59 than it is, say, 181. So if you're looking at a map, or if you know the area already. All right, so I did a little searching on that as well. You can, from the right in the middle of the neighborhood of Independence, you're 4.2 miles away from the Eastern Shore Center. So if you're not from this area, the Eastern Shore Center is a large shopping center with everything combined in there, there's probably 100 different stores with the Eastern Shore Center, and then across the road, there's another big shopping center. So that whole area, there's probably 100 stores, restaurants, all kinds of things. Everything you can imagine is in that area. That's just 4 miles away. And also the interstate, I-10 is right there too. Okay, but if you don't want to go that way, you can actually turn right out of the neighborhood to 31 to 59. And 59 can take you to Loxley, which is another access to I-10. And that is 9.3 miles away from Independence and Churchill Downs to Loxley. Okay, Quail Hollow is another neighborhood where you can find homes between 250 and 300,000. Now these are condos, I believe, and they're 3-story. You have as you can see from the clips here, there's the garages on the bottom, and then you have the living areas on the 2nd and 3rd floor. So just a really neat community. There's a couple in there for sale right now, but not many go for sale in there. People tend to like that. So if you want something like Quail Hollow, you just got to keep an eye out for them. Again, there are 2 for sale right now, but I think up to not too long ago, nothing was sold in there since 2023. So, but this is a great location. Quail Hollow is just, I don't know, maybe not even a half a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile from a couple of big shopping centers, fairly big. I mean, there's 2 grocery stores. Rouse's is my favorite grocery store. There's a Rouse's in Spanish Fort, and there's one in Daphne. But this Rouse's is right there, again, maybe a quarter of a mile, half a mile from Quail Hollow. And then you have other supporting stores in there as well. Across the street, you have another shopping center with I hate saying this. I just hate it. Piggly Wiggly. I just hate saying that. Anyway, there's a Piggly Wiggly over there. I've been there a bunch of times too. And then there's another shopping center. So anyway, there's a lot to do within a half a mile of Quail Hollow. All right, so Quail Hollow, they started building in 2005 and built all the way up to 2023. And you can find homes in there between 1,176 square feet to 2,200 square feet. The floor plans are going to be 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they go up to 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. All right, so we talked a little bit about the location with the Rouse's and all that, but if you just go a little bit further, maybe another mile, not even a mile, you have the interstate. So this is where the interstate comes into Daphne. Of course, Spanish Fort and Daphne, the line is right there at that interstate. So big shopping center over there with Jubilee Square and Bass Pro, all that. But the interstate is right there. So if you're living in Quail Hollow, you can be on the interstate within 5 minutes. All right? So that's Quail Hollow. All right, the last neighborhood I want to talk about is Stone Brook. Now, Stone Brook is located off of Jimmy Faulkner Road. If you've watched any of my videos lately, about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever, I don't know what it is. But I just did a video on Integrity Park. And Integrity Park is next door to Stone Brook. So you do have that great amenity, that big open green space if you need it, right next to Stone Brook. So Stone Brook, they started building in there in 2009 and went all the way up to 2022. You're going to find homes in there. The smallest is 1,042 square feet, and they go up to 2,047 square feet. And again, you're going to find 3 and 4 bedroom options in there. So I really love, and of course, if you live in Stone Brook, you're about, again, just coming from a different direction than Independence, but just a different direction. You're going to be about 5-6 minutes to the Eastern Shore Center, where you'll find Publix and all these anchor stores and all these smaller stores and all these restaurants. So there you go, Stone Brook. All right, so I hope this information helped. These are homes that are available right now in Spanish Fort between 250 to 300,000. There is that available. A lot of times, when we see big growing markets, we wonder, because prices do go up with demand, and we have seen that. But we are in a market that's on a steady climb. It's a normal market, and I'm seeing probably 2 to 5% appreciation. I've seen that for the last few years. So you still can get homes in Spanish Fort at a pretty reasonable price. So if you're looking at Spanish Fort, you're looking anywhere in Lower Alabama, give me a ring. This is what I do. Be happy to work with you. We'd love to, and talk to you soon.